Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is Market Today, a show where we'll help you understand the closing action of the trade. Remember, it's the weekly options, monthly options expiry, and you're looking at the market still continuing to be on a weaker end. You can see 194 points of a cut on the Nifty. We've had a very choppy trading session, a volatile trading session, marked down by a lot of fear and sentiments on the edge because of the tariff, additional tariff of 50 basis points that's been imposed on India. Although the markets have also not had a washout day so far, they've managed to hold, pace as far as or a level of 24,500 at this point in time as well. Sectorally, of course, there is pain across the board, barring just slight gains on consumer durables. Some names like Titan have pulled up in trade. It's the top mover now, 1.3% higher. Some auto names have been driving up as well. Hero Moto is up today. Asian Paints, L&T remain as the other key movers that are positive. On the F&O side, you have Uno Minda, Bharat Forge from the auto ancillary pack. You can also look at a Kalyan Jewellers or a Blue Star that's also hovering higher in trade at the closing hour. This is despite the fact that India VIX has shot up by a substantial mark, and you can see 12.3 odd levels right now on India VIX. The gainers and the losers in the Nifty 500 basket. Well, you do have some interesting names. LG Rubber is up 12% higher. You also have names like Ola Electric, that's moved up 8% higher in trade. The stock has been consistently in focus and improving now above 54.8 odd levels that can be seen on Ola Electric today. Let me also pull up some other stocks like you can also see Uttam Sugar Mills, that's also higher in trade. Good Luck India, that's another one that's also moving on the positive side as of now. Some other names like Vardhaman Textiles from the Textile Stories is also higher by 13%, or despite the fact that textile stocks will be hit the hardest because of this. Another stock that's also on the move is Sundaram Fasteners from the broader markets, 4% higher. JP Power is also on the move right now. But let's welcome our guest on board. We are joined by Swati Hotkar, who's joining in AVP Technical Research at Nirmal Bang with us on the program. Swati, warm welcome. Good afternoon to you. Good to have you with us. But we've now tested 24,500 towards the closing of the session, 215 points gone. How would you look at the market sentiment, at least for now?
First of all, good afternoon, Sakshi. Definitely, view is little bit cautious from the last two trading sessions. Somehow, we believe that the Nifty will not able to give the breakdown of the 100 DMA, but today it has break that level on the closing basis. And the interesting observation is that the 24,500 is also getting breakdowns on the closing basis. If it's break that levels on the closing basis, probably within a half an hour, I believe that this rally is likely to be extended on the downside towards 24,350 to 330 levels, which was the previous swing supports levels that will be again retested on the downside. So as of now, the market break is also very negative as such. So the overall sentiments and the setups on the Nifty and the Bank Nifty are a little bit cautious. A short period of time, we believe that such kind of a selling pressure is likely to be seen in the near-term future as well. So not to create major long positions on the indices, stay away for a timing. Let the market settle down at 24,300, and from there onwards, if we get some sign of a reversal, then we can initiate a longs, but not at the current positions. On the higher side, 24,640 will act as a crucial resistance level. Unless until it doesn't give the breakout of that level, the view will remain cautious on the Nifty. So better to be on the stock specific trading strategy should be implemented rather than concentrating on the Nifty or the Bank Nifty as such.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has also helped you out in understanding a clear view there. Any safe pockets, Swati, that you can identify for our viewers today? Safe sectors to be in, safe stocks to be in today, despite all this weakness?
Yeah, as of now, Bikaji really looks very good. Even though the market was down almost by 200 points, this particular stock is trading on a flat basis as such. But the interesting observations that on the technical front, the stock is well placed above its 20 days moving average. And from the last few trading sessions, it is just trading in the high tops, high bottom formations. It's forming the flag pattern, and it's forming the body of that particular flag. On the higher side, the breakout comes at around 804, 805 levels. Currently, the counter is trading at 795. So this will be the one counter which is on my radar if the stock manages to give the breakout of 805. Keep in mind those are this particular call is a conditional call. Any move above 804 levels, one can go for a long positions by keeping the strict stop loss of a 775 and high side. I'm looking for a target of 840 to 850 levels.
Okay, fair point. So I hope all our viewers have noted all of that also down in trade. But let's bring up few stocks. I was marking a few, for our viewers to see where the momentum is. Let's start off by, the festive season has started off, and we have some gems and jewelry stocks that are higher. Titan is up in trade. Kalyan Jewelers is also higher in trade. What's happening here? With the upcoming festive season, there will be also focus on a lot of buying that will happen on gold and silver too. Do you think this is the right time to look at these jewelry stocks?
See, I'm very positive on Titan as such because this particular counter has shown a very strong reversals from almost 3,400, 3,350 levels, and from there on, it's slowly and steadily it's moving on higher side. On the larger degree, on a weekly chart, the counter is under the consolidation phase and it's on the verge of giving the breakout of 3,700 levels. I'm preempting the breakout in the Titan if it's successful gives the breakout, then higher side the door gets open for 3,900 to 4,000 level. So definitely at the current level also one should take a long position. At least 30-40% can be accumulated at the CMP. If you're getting any dips to 3,500 level, one can go for a long. My target says 3,900 to 4,000 levels. Kalyan Jewellers, as of now, it has tested the oversold zone. So the risk reward ratio is really favorable at the current levels, but we need to wait for some more time. Probably we might get a hit at around 470, 480 levels. So those levels are really attractive into the Kalyan Jewellers. So wait for some more time in the Kalyan Jewellers. If the stock manages to test the 480 levels, then we can go for a long positions, but not at the current market price.
Okay, fair point. Let me also ask you on some of the other stocks that are buzzing. You can also see Ola Electric that's buzzing in trade. The stock went up 10% in trade today. In fact, what we've also seen is that on the previous trading session, that was on Tuesday, we had seen the stock also jump sharply higher in trade. So within these two sessions, we've actually seen the stock really jump up strongly. There are some reasons why the stock has come back into focus. One is that the company also launched its Gen 3 products as well, which make up for the maximum volume for the company. The company has also been rallying because the company announced it secured a PLI, that's production linked incentive certification, for its Gen 3 scooter portfolio. So these are the key reasons why the stock has been in focus. It was a big laggard off late and was being seen as where investors have trapped their money. How would you look at the smart move that has come in on Ola Electric? Is it giving us an opportunity to exit, or do you think things are back to track?
Actually, I believe that the things will come back on the track because this month was a very star performer in this space. As such, the counter has almost gave a returns of 32%. We have already seen a very strong retracement rally from almost 150 to now 40 levels. After such kind of a retracement, definitely at the bottom levels, the risk reward ratio is favorable. On the larger degree, we have already seen the selling pressures, and from there onwards, we are hitting a rebound, particular think with the very good decent volumes, I can say at the current levels, since the discounter is already 30% on the high side on this month, I will suggest clients or the investor wait for some more time. If you're getting any dips towards to 45 to 48 levels, that those levels will be attractive levels, because already we have seen in the last 10 to 8 trading sessions the counter has shown a very smart rally from 40 to 54. So we might witness some sort of a profit bookings at the higher level. Fresh longs are can be initiated any dips towards to 48 to 45 levels. That will be the attractive level. But definitely the trend is likely to be changed in the near term future in for the Ola electricity. And the upside, we can see at least 60 to 70 rupees on the higher side. Initial target will be 60. Beyond that, 70 levels can be tested. So buy on dip strategy should be implemented in the Ola electronics.
Okay, fair point. Let me also ask you on some of the other stocks that are buzzing. Consumer durables, beyond the jewelry stocks, do you think there is some merit there? Names like Blue Star, for instance, maybe a Voltas, Polycab, all of these stocks, do you think consumer durables are attracting your attention of late?
Yes, Blue Star and Polycaps. Blue Star, I will not give the view is definitely positive, but the long positions are not recommended at the current price. But if you want to create a long positions, then polycap is really doing very well at the current levels as well. Even though the counter is staying at 7100 levels, well placed above all the important moving averages and trading in the formations of the upward rising channel. So the setup on the technical front is definitely positive. So one can go for a long at the CMP as well. Downside, it has a very good support at around 6700 levels, and upside, I believe 7500, 7600 levels can be seen. So the polycap is the one counter one can keep on their radar for a long positions.
Okay, fair point. Let me also look at some of the other aspects that we can draw our attention to. The one space that's dragging today is the IT sector. The index is down by 1.5% odd. Swati, what do you make of the IT space as of now? Is this space in an oversold zone, do you think? Should one take benefit of these lower prices that have been dragging the index lower for far too long now? Or do you think there is some more pressure to be had on the IT space?
In the IT space, Sakshi, in the last few trading sessions, we have already seen a very good bounce back rally from the oversold zone. So as of now, it is witnessing some sort of a profit bookings. At the current market price, I will suggest to wait and watch policy should be implemented. But from the IT pack, Tata Tech, Infosys, and the Wipro are the three counters are really will do good in the near term future. So one can keep an eye on those particular stocks. If you don't want to miss the rally, 20-30% can be accumulated at the current market price. But wait for some more time, we might witness some sort of a correction in those counters as well. So, whole 100% should not be accumulated at the CMP, but slowly and steady on every dips you can add on. Those counters will be really doing very well in the near term futures.
Okay, fair point. I hope this is also, given some understanding to all our viewers there. Let me then ask you on some of the other interesting sectors which we haven't touched base upon since morning. Let's talk about the defense and the railways pack, something which is not coming onto the radar as of now. Is this space a no-go area for some more time, Swati, to go, because there is lack of news flow, there is lack of any momentum right now, railways and defense?
Yeah, as of now, I'm not much bullish on the railway. Defense, definitely, we already have seen a very good amount of a rally, then we are witnessing some sort of a retracements. But those are the counters which we might witness some sort of a very good momentum in the near term future. The counters we need to keep eye on is BDL, HL, those are the BL, those are the very good counters one can go for long positions, but not at the current market price. But those are the counters we can definitely keep eye on it for the future purpose.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has given you an overall understanding of how to look at these two erstwhile favorite retail investor favorite sectors as well. Let me ask you on the travel, tourism and hospitality space, Swati, second half of the calendar year usually sees a lot of heightened travel demand as well. There are a lot of holidays, there are festivals, vacations, winter vacations that people go for. There are a lot of wedding related travel that happens. Business related travel also picks up pace in the second half. So it's a good season to really look at for the tourism space. Indigo today saw some dip because of the big block deal that's occurred in. How are you looking at Indigo? That's the poster boy of aviation. Plus, how are you looking at some of the hotel stocks as well? Do you think this is the right time for these stocks also to be looked at for one's portfolio?
Yes, definitely. On the hotel pack, I'm really positive on the hotel industry, such as the Chalet and the EIH hotel. Those are the two
Okay.
counters. Definitely looks very strong on the technical front. If you look at the Chalet charts, even the result has come very well. We have seen a very big rally on the result, and from there onwards, we have saw the profit booking sessions, and there onwards also we have seen a very strong bounce back rally. The counter is almost up by 1% in this kind of a market as well. So the volumes are really increasing along with the price momentum. So the setups is definitely positive, Sakshi. I believe this counter has a very strong potential to reach up to 1080 to 1090 levels on the high side. So one can go for a chalet position. EIH hotel is Hotel is also really looks good, but not at the current market price. If you get any dips towards to 385 to 390 levels, one can go for a long positions into the edge. The long term horizon is definitely positive because after almost 1.5 year of a downfall, this particular stock has given the breakout of a downward sloping trend line, which is a very larger degree trend line breakout. The volumes are really doing very well. So this is the one counter one can go for a long. 450, 460 is the target I'm putting in the EIH hotel. Talking about the Indigo, I'm not really bullish on this particular stock because the counter has today given the breakdown of the 50 DMA, which is a very cautious sign on the technical front. We might witness such kind of a selling pressure in this particular counter, which will take us stocks towards to 5600 to 5550. So up to that level, we are likely to witness some sort of a selling pressure. So try to avoid this counter. If you have any long positions, try to book your profits. So my view is cautious on the Indigo.
Cautious on Indigo as of now. Okay, let's talk about the broader markets, mid and small caps. They have been reeling under more pressure than the benchmark indices in the recent uncertainty, tariff related kind of fall that we have been seeing in the markets of late. It's the broader markets that are feeling the pinch. What's your approach on small caps and mid caps right now?
Actually, small cap, mid caps are not really doing very well from the last few months or say. In between, we get rebound rallies, but those rallies are very short-lived rallies. But as of now, I'm witnessing that whenever the markets try to move on a higher side, it's the large cap who gives the strength to the market, but not the mid caps as such. A small rally cannot be utilized for the investments purpose, but definitely one can utilize those kind of a pullbacks rally, short short pullbacks rally for the trading point of view. My view is little bit cautious on the mid caps and the small caps, but I'm morely focused into the large cap counters where we can get a good opportunity to take a long positions whenever the market tested its supports levels, and again we get an opportunity to book the profits at the higher levels. So try to majorly concentrate on the large cap counters rather than the mid caps and the small caps.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has also given you some sense of how to look at the key stocks. Let me look at any stocks that are hovering near 52-week high levels today. Well, there are a lot of stocks that are at 52-week highs. You can clearly see, Ola Electrics, that's definitely at a 52-week high. Vari Energies is one. That we are looking at a 52-week high. I think Maruti, Eicher, TVS Motor, these are the ones that are also hovering at 52-week high. Auto stocks for you. Swati, how are you looking at these auto names? Maruti, Eicher, TVS, what's happening here? Again, there is this buzz of GST rationalization coming in the first week of September. That could really push up the sales and volumes for these small cars and also two-wheelers because of the GST rate cuts that could come in. How would you look at that?
Two counters are really looks very positive, and I'm very bullish on those counters. One is the Escorts, and another one is the
Okay.
Hero. We continuously giving a buy call on those two counters. Escorts, we have seen a very strong retracements rally, and from at a monthly chart on a larger degree, it is under the consolidation phase. Trading within the range of a 500 points, within the range of 3,000 to 3,500 levels. Very soon we are likely to witness the breakout. I believe the stock has a very strong potential to reach up to 4,000 to 4,200 levels. So for the longer term horizon, those who are likely to do the investments in the auto pack, Escort will be the first counter. One can definitely go for a long, and another one is a Hero MotoCorp. Hero MotoCorp already have shown a very good kind of rally after giving the breakout of 4,500 levels towards 5,200. Now we might witness some sort of a cool off in this particular stock, but any dips towards to 4,600, 4,700 will act as a crucial supports levels, and one can buy on dip strategy should be implemented into the Hero MotoCorp. 5,400, 5,600 are the likely targets we can see in the near term future. So those are the two counters. Definitely one can go for a long positions on their support levels.
Fair point. I hope this has also given you some understanding there. Okay, we can see some pickup taking place on a heavyweight counter like Reliance Industries. It's gaining about 4/10% of a move, and you can see 1390 kind of levels on Reliance Industries. Remember, Reliance will also be very important stock to watch out for tomorrow because the AGM happens tomorrow, the annual general meeting of Reliance Industries. This time around, there will be heightened expectation from Reliance Industries to share with us a roadmap to what is the plan with regards to Geo and retail. Are there IPO plans that are already being thought about or not? Will that be will there also be any triggers which will further re-rate the stock from a long-term consolidation that we've been already seeing is something that we have to watch out for. Swati, how are you looking at Reliance Industries stock? The stock had gone down all the way up to what 1100 odd levels, and we have seen some recovery take place, but again the hindrance continues on its erstwhile high. How would you really look at Reliance ahead of AGM?
Yes, we already seen a very good kind of retracements from 1500 to almost 1350 levels. Now, the interesting fact, observation, Sakshi, is that the stock is forming a very cluster supports level at 1350, 1360 levels. Today, in such kind of a market, also it manages to respect that support level, which is a positive indications on the technical front. At the current levels, also one can go for a long positions. I believe that it has a very strong potential to reach up to 1500, 1550. So those are the levels again can be retested. I'm positive on the Reliance industry. One can definitely go for a long positions at the CMP as well.
Okay, fair point. Let me also just quickly look at some of the other key spaces that we can discuss apart from the heavyweight Reliance Industries and some of the key stocks there. Okay, let me discuss this. Paint stocks that could be important to look at again. Festive spirit, a lot of people get their homes painted. Demand for paints also surge in the second half. How would you look at the paint stocks? Asian Paints especially has been a big laggard of late.
Yes, from the paint stocks, Asian Paints really looks very positive because we already seen a very sharp correction. Now, from the last 3 months, the counter is really doing very well on the technical front. The only concern is that once it manages to give the breakout of 2500 levels on the closing basis, this rally is likely to be right towards the 2800 levels. But risk reward ratio is really favorable at the current market price because it's currently trading nearby the support levels of 2350. So at the current market price, one can accumulate 20-30% of their quantity, whatever they plan for. Initial targets will be at 2800 and beyond that level, 2900 can be tested. So Asian Paint is the really decent counter. One can go for a long positions for a long term period.
Okay, got that. I hope this is also given you some understanding there. Coal India is on the move, about half odd percent higher in trade. PSU stocks again have been long away from the vicinity, Swati. Anything within the space that you would like to look at?
Coal India, I'm not much positive, so I will avoid this particular counter at the CMP because it's continuously trading in the low top, low bottom formation, not showing any kind of a major trend reversals on the weekly or the monthly chart. So this counter should be avoided. Another interesting counter on the mid cap or say the medium term stocks. Voltas really looks very positive on the technical front, even though we have seen some sort of a retracement. The stock is well placed above the 50 and 100 DMA. Today also it had tested the 50 days moving average and shown a reversal sign. So this is the one counter I can suggest for a BTST or for a few trading sessions for a 1 weekend. So upside, I'm looking for a target of 1400, 1420. So up to that levels, we can see the positive momentum in this particular stock. Downside, it has a very good support at around 1320. So by keeping that stop loss, you can go for a long positions at the CMP for a target of 1400 to 1420.
Okay, fair point. 322, I think the right time for us to really take BTST, STBT trades from you. Swati, what would you advise here?
Nika is the one counter on the from the mid cap. If you ask me, this is the one counter one can go for a long position. Already I've given a voltage. This is in Nika 233 is acting as a very strong levels as of now. But I believe that very soon we are likely to see some breakouts in those counter and upside 250 levels can be seen. So by keeping a strict stop loss for 227 levels, one can go for a long positions for a target of 250.
Okay, I hope this has also helped you out, viewers. Anything apart from this also within the new age tech space that you of late have liked to look at afresh, Swati, beyond Nika as well. And, we've been seeing a lot of momentum in Paytm. We've been seeing a lot of other stocks also pull up in momentum beyond, say, Zomato and Swiggy. What's catching your attention in new age basket?
See, Paytm already seen a very good amount of a momentum, but I believe that on the larger side, it is forming the negative divergence. So we might hit some sort of a profit bookings at the higher level. The counter is already trading in the overbought zone. We already have seen its 52-week high. So I will not suggest Paytm at the current market price. Those who are having, try to book their profits at day, or else they can keep at least profit stop loss of 1,200 rupees on a downside and carry your long positions. Regarding the eternal Swiggy or Zomato, as of now, I will not suggest a fresh long positions because the counter has already showing the negative crossovers from the oversold zone. So we might witness some sort of a profit bookings. So I will not suggest pay Swiggy or the Zomato at the current market price.
Okay, got that. Okay. Let me just also pull up some of the other spaces that we could draw our attention to, at least for now. We haven't discussed banks as much. Let's discuss that space as well, Swati. What's happening here? Banks so far have been in the forefront of the recovery rally in the markets, but what's going to be coming in forward from here? Fundamentally, a lot of people are questioning whether the tariff impact on certain sectors which are capital intensive sectors will see a lot of asset quality issues erupting for the banking space. Therefore, one has to look at whether the performance can continue. What would you say on the banking space, large private sector banks, NBFCs, PSUs? What's your focus currently?
As of now, definitely banking stocks will show their performance in the near term future, but not at the current levels because the bank is also showing a correction phase as such. But if you are looking for a banking counters on the for a long term period, Axis Bank and the HDFC Bank, those are the two counters. Definitely, one should keep eye on it. Any move as of now, Axis Bank is currently trading nearby its oversold zone also, so one can go for a long position at the current market price as well. Upside, it has a potential to at least show the performance of 100, points on the high side, which might take a counter to 1150 to 1200 levels. So Axis Bank, one can go for a long at CMP. HDFC Bank, we need to keep eye on it for in the near term future, but definitely 930, 920 are the very attractive levels to take a long positions. So HDFC can be bought on every dips towards 930 to 920 levels. On a higher side, it has the initial target will be a 380, 985, and beyond that level, 1020 levels can be tested. So those are the two private banks. Definitely, one can keep on their radar for a long positions.
Okay. Let me also ask you, Swati, in case you have to advise against looking any key sector or stocks, what would that be at this point in time? Where do you think investors can get trapped in the current levels?
Oh, there are a lot of counter Sakshis. I can't name it as such one, but definitely as of now, one should keep away from the banking stock because it's the bank Nifty only which shows a first sign of selling pressures or say on a downsides. So try to avoid those counters. Wait for some more time. Let the market settle down at their support levels because the sentiments are getting on the negative sides. If the sentiments turn on a positive side, definitely market will show its run up rally. But as of now, it's very, I can't say about a one sector also because there are the few counters which are doing very good from negative sectors also. So it's a very stock specific market. So I can't give the one single name where
Sure.
one should will get a trap, but definitely one should be cautious and play with the strict stop losses in such kind of a volatile market. This is the advice I can give it to the clients.
Okay, got that. So, Swati, we are at the end of the session. We are ending almost 200 points lower on the Nifty on the monthly expiry session. Help me understand for the next series, what is your go-to move going to be? What is your suggestion going to be for the next series? What should be the strategy? This series, probably the markets have wiped out all the gains that they garnered towards the end of the series. What is your expectation for the new one?
See, for new ones, actually, I believe that these selling pressures can be seen and which will take a market towards to uh, first initial target will be 24,300. If it's break that level, then more sell-off can be seen, which might take a Nifty towards to 24,000 to 23,800. So up to that level, we might see the extension of the fall. And from there onwards, we are likely to witness. So probably in the first half of the next series, we might witness some sort of a selling pressure. But there onwards, definitely a pullback rally can be witnessed, which will take a Nifty back towards to 25,200. So for the in the first 5 to 10 trading sessions, try to avoid the Nifty calls or the bank Nifty calls. Try to be into the stock specific trading and the investments. On a downside, as I said, key depth can be maximum up to 23,800. So that level can be tested probably if the negative news continuously keep on flowing in such a way. And then onwards to 25,200, 400 levels can be seen. So the view is a little bit cautious for the first half of the series. Probably in the second half, we can definitely witness the positive move in the market.
Okay, got that. I hope this has also given a lot of understanding to our viewers there. Swati, thank you so much for being with us on the program today, helping us navigate through these tough market calls that we are seeing at this point in time. Hope this turns out for the better, because tomorrow again, like we said, there are going to be two domestic triggers. One from the largest listed market cap company, Reliance Industries, is by way of AGM, and the second one will be on Q1 GDP number as well. Let's hope that this both these triggers can actually fuel some more spirits into the D Street as well. Thank you so much, viewers. Let's start wrapping up the market. A minute to go, 185 points lower, 24,524. Let's look at even the key stocks and sectors that are higher. Consumer durables, the only sector that moved up by a tad momentum of 0.5%. IT dragged 1.5% lower. Small caps, mid caps both dragged in trade. Real estate, financial services, banks also fell in trade. Pharma, oil and gas, metals, or you name it, even the autos, they were in the red zone. Few stocks on the Nifty that managed to pull up in the green: Titan, Hero Moto, Coal India, L&T, Reliance Industries, Axis Bank, Maruti, Adani Enterprises. Whereas on the F&O space, you had Kalyan Jewellers, Jindal Stainless, Uno Minda, Blue Star as all the stocks that moved up in trade in the F&O space. But let's wind up at that. 170 points lower on the Nifty at 24,541. And let's see how the markets take shape tomorrow. It's going to be another very important day of trade as well. With that, we wrap up. Do stay tuned with us on Business Today as coverage continues beyond the market hours from the world of business and finance.
Donald Trump's 50% tariff on India has kicked in, while sectors like pharma, electronics